Start by telling me your name, hometown, and position.
My name is Jennifer Westendorf. Position, I play center forward, outside forward, any sort of forward. And yeah, I'm in Georgia right now. This is where I went to high school and grew up the majority of my life in Montgomery, Alabama, but I was born in St. Louis and all of my mom's family is in Brazil.
Jen, can you give me a quick description of your game?
I like to be a team player, right? Like we're getting out on the field to win a game, but I really like posting up and like spinning players to get a shot off on goal. I think I have like a pretty big body on the field. As my coaches used to say, I was a big body, but I think that helps me like hold off defenders. And my left-footed shot, obviously. Oh, yeah. I like to use my left foot.
Are you working on your right foot?
Yes, I am, of course. Always working on it.
Who influenced or helped you develop your game the most?
That's easy. That was my mom. Like, obviously the culture in Brazil, soccer is everything. It's the language that everyone speaks. But I was born, and I guess the moment I started walking, she put a soccer ball at my feet. She loves the sport, and she's been my coach since day one. Been huge seeing how it impacted her life growing up in Brazil in pretty poor area. And it's like a beacon of hope for the people there. And so I think it's super inspiring.
So Jen, you've mentioned Brazil a couple times. Can you tell me about your dual citizenship?
When I was born, my mom had just gotten to the US. So Portuguese was my first language. Her entire family lives in Brazil. And so we grew up going there like for summers. I remember growing up like playing on boys soccer teams there in Brazil. The soccer there is just so beautiful. Like it's very creative. Whereas in the US, I feel like it's a lot more like fitness focused. There it's pretty soccer. So it's cool because I'm very much of that fitness person, using my body to my advantage. And a lot of the players in Brazil are smaller. So it's kind of added an element to my game that I've really appreciated growing up. I actually started playing for the Brazil national team senior year of high school, I think, which is really cool. It was hard. I was doing high school like remotely, basically from Brazil while we were training for the U20s World Cup qualifiers. We ended up winning, which was really cool. And it was in Brazil, so my whole family got to go. And then the World Cup was that upcoming fall, which was my first season at Notre Dame. But I decided not to go. I just couldn't. I was an accounting major. I couldn't juggle all that work. And I haven't played with the national team in a while, but I obviously like am aspiring to be there again.
Oh, wow. Jen, I think you need to describe basically your story up to this point.
So I went to Notre Dame in January of 2016, I think. I ended up switching into business, taking all those core classes. I loved the accounting classes and most people didn't. So then I was like, I guess I should just be an accounting major since I love it, you know? Summer going into senior year, I had my first internship with KPMG, but just being behind a desk like that, I was just like, I don't know if this is like fit for my personality. And so I guess going back to school, I was just like, I don't know that long term, I don't think this is the field I want to be in. And so at that point, I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna go into working. And I just told the coach that was going to be my last year and I was going to hang my boots up after that. So I think I definitely like took the easy way out, if I'm being completely honest. And I was like, I'm just going to go work, you know, it's easy. And so that's what I did. And I had basically been out of soccer for a competitive soccer for like a year, I think. And I mean, I did a lot of praying and just like consulting with different people. And I finally came to the realization that like now is, I mean, I have one more year of eligibility and it's the last year for me to actually be able to use it. Like now is literally the only time for me to do something like this in my life. And man, I can sit behind a desk and work.
For the rest of your life?
For the rest of my life, but like to have the body and be able to get into the shape that I need to be in to play soccer and be a part of that team, I won't have that for the rest of my life. And so that was a huge influence. I wanted to go back, I wanted to play, and I wanted to play at USC. Like that's where I wanted to be. And there's so many like opportunities there that I kind of passed up in deciding to end my career early. So I'm excited to go back with an awesome team and just try to find my love for the game again.
Oh, well, you'll find it here, I guarantee you. What are you looking forward most about playing at USC?
Okay, so there's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to, obviously. Just getting back out on the pitch and being a part of that program, I'm stoked. Like I said, I was following it last year. The team did incredible. There's so much young talent on the team, so I'm really excited. Being older on the field, I feel like I do have some experience that I can bring to the team and help with, and learn from the young spirit as well, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're a kid at heart, Jen.
I'm such a kid.
Jen, can you say something in Portuguese for everyone?
Yeah, what should I say?
Say, I'm excited to go to USC.
Eu tô empolgado para ir pro USC.
And fight on.
Fight on.